So let me go over with you with the lab and homework one. This is where I'm going to access it from lab and homework here. And I'm going to pull the lecture notes that I also have for you. So if you want to go to lab and homework one, the one that you just turned in, if you could please for me go to the lecture notes I have. And under the lecture notes, I also have the Farrell chapters 1 and 2. And inside of this, I'm going to pull up the DS Malik chapter 1 that I scanned for you. So inside of this chapter for me, please, you can scroll down to as part of your homework. I'm going to just go ahead and go over to pull it up at the end for you where the assignments are in this. And I'm looking at, well, right here. So in the exercise for the Chapter 1 DS Malik, I asked you to complete Chapter 1 of DS Malik number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, and 10. There are 5 points each, and you just put the answers here with it. So that's what I'm going to go over with you. So starting with number 4, I'm going to go over with you. So these are, it says, so what is an object program is my point in this thing, is that what we're going to do is we're going to look at, I'm sorry, I'm going to start out with number 2. I'm sorry, we skipped number 2. Number 2 says, which hardware component performs the arithmetic and logical operation? Well, that's the CPU. Okay, so, if you want to write in here, CPU is the correct answer. And number 2, it would ask you to do, I'm just going to, let me put this side by side so we can actually have things to compare it to. So that's too small. Number 2 asked me number 4 asked you, what is an object program? Well, an object program is the equivalent to of what's called machine language of a machine language program of a higher level language program. So that's an object. An object is basically what you're writing is the C++ code that the compiler is translating from a higher level programming language to a machine level language with it. So that's what an object is. You're creating what's called an executable. That's your object right there with it. Number 6, and here asks you what program loads the executable code from the main memory into the CPU for the execution. So that's your loader. That's the program loader. It's called a loader in here with it. So here would be the loader. Okay. Number 8, it asks you is in C++ program, which of the following process statement that begins with a simple, with a kind of like a pound sign, or some of you nowadays might call it hashtag with it. So it starts with a pound sign, or a sharp sign is the other symbols that you're going to call. Pound, sharp sign are the C# programming language, but this is what's called a preprocessor in this thing right here. So number 8 is what's called preprocessor. Okay. Number 10, I ask you is what is an algorithm? An algorithm is basically a step-by-step cookbook type of instructions with it. So you can say something along the line is it's a step-by-step problem solving process in which a solution is arrived. That's very important. You got arrive at in a finite amount of time, the most efficient amount of time with it. So that's very important. I mean, you gotta do this in a way that it is the shortest time. One of the protocols I do in the industry is called OSF, open the shortest pathway first, OSPF. And a lot of the stuff that but you're problem solving with it. It has to be efficient with it as well. So that's the D.S. Malik Chapter 1 part of this right here. Okay, so this is what I'm calling is the answer with it. Now, I'm going to move on to the Pharaoh part. Let me pause. Let me check to see how much time I have.